Hi guys, this is Risa. How are you? I hope you're all doing fantastic and enjoying this awesome, beautiful day. The sun is out and it's a happy day. Even though you wouldn't believe it, you would not believe it. Where I am, woke up this morning to snow. This is not even real. This is not real. But by afternoon, the snow was gone and the sun was up shining and it was a beautiful day. Well, it is a beautiful day, I must say. So today's video is going to be one that I find important at this time, at this age, the stage that we're at. I find it very important that we should talk about this. And it is how to get out of a relationship safely. Not just get out of a relationship, but actually get out of one safely. Because as you know, with all that is going on in the world, and it doesn't matter where you're from, we hear it every day. It's becoming almost like the norm now, and we don't want this to be the norm, where someone is dying because they left a relationship. That is outrageous. That is crazy. How can someone die because they leave a relationship? They don't want to be in a relationship. Well, it is what it is. It's exactly what's going on now, and it's becoming too prevalent in our society. You know, when you're in love, all is dandy and fine and everybody is feeling great. But then when things start going bad, things start going sour, a whole different side of people emerge. And you know, when you say you're in love, love and addiction, they are so close. So close. People mistaken addiction with love and love with addiction. You know, the brain don't really know the difference, because the same part of it's the same part of the brain that lights up when you're in love and when you're addicted. Say you're addicted and this part of your brain light up when you get a fix, whatever your fix is, alcohol, some drugs, whatever it is. Love lights up. You're addicted. And then on this side of your brain, it's love. And it gets addicted. It gets a light up, activated when you see your loved one. It fires up. Well, they're the same part of your brain. This part. And when you see your loved one, it lights up. When you're addicted, it lights up. So the brain can't distinguish which one is lighting up, which one. It just knows it's light up because whatever it is activates it. And that's what love and addiction can be. So if you see how close it is, people may be addicted, someone may be addicted to someone, and they think it's love because it's the same part of the brain that lights up, when it's just an addiction. They're addicted to that person. They want to control that person. They want that person to do whatever it is that they want to do, when they want to do, how they want to do. That person has to be around them all the time. They can't leave that person. If that person leaves, it's as if their world is going to come crashing down. That's crazy. How can you love someone and want to control them? That's not love. That is when addiction comes in. And you have to be able to distinguish each. And so because people can't distinguish each, there's like, you know, if a female and a male, she's like, oh, he loves me so much. He can't stand to be apart from me. Or when he doesn't hear me, he gets so mad. That's not love, my darling. That is addiction. Addiction at its fullest. He wants to always know where you are. He wants to know who you're with, what you're doing, when you're with them. That's not love. That is addiction. Love is free. Love is just enjoying the person that you're with. Love is when another person makes your heart happy. That's what love is. That person makes your heart happy, and your heart is happy, not you're addicted. And you can't stand to know that that person is not with you and that person is out with someone else and you're getting aggravated. That's nothing to do with love. Addicted love is the hardest love to break. The addicted one is the hardest, most difficult one to get out of. It is not healthy at all. You know, when you're addicted to a person, the person tend to be confused easily. They're confused easily. Why don't you want to be with me all the time? Why do you need all these people in your life? Why do you need, your aunt, your mother, your best friend, your brother? Why do you need to hang out with them? Why am I not enough for you? And that's addicted love. I'm sorry, but that is addicted love. How can you want one person just to yourself and not with anyone else? That is absolutely crazy. So you have to be able to distinguish them. So when you decide that, well, this is not working out, this doesn't seem healthy, I need to make a departure from this. You cannot just get up and leave like that. That's when things turn real bad. That's when they're going to come at you. That's when they're going to want to get you back at all means necessary. You want to avoid that. You need to have a plan in place. Sit down. Yes, it is an escape. You better believe it. You need to have an escape plan in place. When you do get that plan in place, don't think, well, you can call them and have any kind of conversation with them. You're gonna text them or call them and say, can you come over and let's talk? I feel like you're feeling lonely and you want to talk. That is feeding the tiger. Don't do it. You can't just call them up and have conversation with them. You can't just tell them to come on over. Let's have a conversation. Don't call them. That is encouraging them. That is encouraging them and not letting them loose. You understand? You got to make better decisions. You got to make wiser decisions, safer decisions that's going to keep you alive. You understand? You got to resist the urge to see them, to accept them back in your life. Even for a short period of time, you got to resist the urge. Because if this was a healthy relationship, you could exit the relationship and still have, a decent relationship. Just platonic. Nothing funky donkey, but you could be civilized to each other. But with a person with an addictive personality, you don't want that. You have to cut all ties. You got to have a support system. Please don't do this alone. This is not something that you want to do alone. You have to have a support system with you, because this could get, it can get rather ugly. Another thing is that you want to make sure that you have a safe place. You just don't want to be just going and hanging out anywhere, doing anything, You got to have a safe place. Somewhere you can go and not worry and know that, well, I'm going to be safe. The decision is yours. It is your decision. Don't let anybody else take that away from you. It's your right to make the decision that you are going to leave. And I'm just looking at my yes. And the thing is, what I want to say is, when all is said and done, when all is said and done, you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself, what is it I want? What is it do I truly want? Do I want to continue living in this kind of relationship that I'm in? You know, whether it's an abusive relationship, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it is. Do I want to be in this kind of relationship? Do I love this person more than I love myself? That I want to put myself in this kind of relationship? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. How much am I willing to give of myself to this person before I truly see that this is not for me? How much of yourself are you willing to give? So you can exit toxic, really toxic relationship, but you have to be very safe. As I said, the support system is the most important. The plan is next. You got to have a plan. Where am I going? What am I going to do? Who am I going to do it with? And if the person is a real toxic person, you don't want to be in the same community, the same, close proximity to this person. You want to cut all ties. Your safety is what's important. You want to cut all ties. So if you can leave the city, oh man, that's one up for you. But if you can't leave the city, then you have to do things that this person don't expect you to do and won't be doing these things, won't be going to these places. Honestly, you're saying, why am I going to compromise my lifestyle? But yes, you do, to keep yourself safe. Because you don't know. No matter how much you think you know this person, when all is said and done, you don't know. You never know what a person will do. When their emotional thinking takes over, you don't know what a person will do. No matter how much you think you know the person. Always expect the worst. Because if you don't, you're going to be surprised. And that is what a lot of females are having happening to them. They are surprised. They are taken off guard. Don't let your guard down. Always be ready. And this is just me, honey. If I live in a place where I can arm myself, I'm going to arm myself. I am going to arm myself. I'm not going to leave myself just open for attack like that. And I'm sorry to be talking this way. We shouldn't be talking like this. Relationship shouldn't end like this. Relationships should end on a good note, where you're still friends, you're still buddy, but that is it. But nowadays, I notice relationships are not ending like that. Relationships are ending real bad, like a war zone. People getting killed, people getting beaten up, people getting murdered. So this is where we all have to be careful now. We are living in a different era, different world we're in now. This is a world where people's lives don't matter anymore. And so if you're in a place where you can arm yourself, you're coming out of a very toxic relationship that is toxic, and it's toxic, and you see evidence that you don't know what this person could do. Arm yourself. Arm yourself. You can't arm yourself. Hey, arm yourself. Arm yourself somehow. You don't have to have a gun to arm yourself. There's other devices, other things you can carry. You can arm yourself, and just be careful. So that's it, because you're worth it. You are worth it. No matter what anybody says. Love yourself. Love yourself more than you love the other person. Because you got to put yourself first. Because when it comes all down to nitty gritty, you love you the most than anybody else in the world. So, thank you for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day. Subscribe. Give this a thumbs up. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.